Hello guys. Oh, I see that you're joining. Just let me know if you can hear me well and see me well. I think. Yeah, just let me know in the comments if you don't mind. I don't see, one second. I don't see the, okay, great. Perfect. Thank you so much. Sounds good? This is a spontaneous live. I just felt like to do this live today for a few reasons. Yeah, so we will be walking together and I will be giving you the news first, since majority of you comes for the news. So let me tell you guys what's going on. We had protests. First, we had protests in Poland from the farmers, Polish farmers. As you know, what's going on, right? It's because of the grain from Ukraine and many other products, not just the grain. They have been protesting at the border with Ukraine. That protest supposed to last until 13th. So it was, I think, like 3 or 4 days was planned for that time. Meanwhile, when they were doing this, Ukrainian farmers show up at the border with their protest against Polish farmers. And the statements, the messages on the banners, you know, on their trucks that they had, were not really, like Alexander Mercuris would say, they were very unsentimental. So the whole situation looked like this. Before I will read you some of the details from this protest. At this point, as I am aware of, I think it's already finished. So there are no protests going on. I might be wrong, but I just looked this morning at the report. I watched a video yesterday with Polish farmers. It's a group of Polish farmers who are expressing why they are doing those protests. So I will try to explain in simple words of mine, as much as I understand this myself, right? Because, you know, I'm not an expert, but it looks like this. Long story short, the harvest time in Poland and everywhere really in that region is coming soon. They have no room in those warehouses and those storages to store that grain. I have to move faster because, you know, music sometimes triggers the algorithms. So anyway, they were protesting because what Polish government is doing, they are trying to shut them up by promising them money, like recompensation. But here is the key: after the election. How disgusting is this, guys, right? So literally, that's what those farmers said. There was like a statement officially made in that video, and they were recording this. They literally said this, that government is offering them money as a recompensation for the trouble, but it will be after the election. Disgusting. So they were protesting at this border. It's not just about the grain. Like I said, it's about many other products. Actually, you know what, this site may be better. Many other products that are coming from Ukraine and flooding the market. They have no room in those storages. I don't know how this is gonna go. No, this is too much sun here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to find this spot right there. Perfect, hopefully. So, spontaneous life today, just because I felt like doing it. Why not? And I will read you now a few details from that strike. Okay, so just bear with me. I have to take off my backpack. Thank you for watching, by the way. I appreciate it very much. And then I give you another news, personal news. All right, let's see. Hi guys, by the way. Let me read you this. Ukrainian farmers respond to the protest of Polish farmers and block 4 crossings on the border with Poland. Just let me know how is the sound, because I don't see any reaction here. Before I continue, just let me know. Can you please type in the live chat, how is the sound? Can you let me know, guys, how is the sound before I continue? Because I'm not sure if the connection is good. Good, thanks. Okay. So Ukrainian farmers respond to the protest of Polish farmers and block 4 crossings on the border with Poland. Domestic trucks will not be allowed to pass. This was happening already, okay? So this was like 2-3 days ago. And the statements that they have on those trucks says, in Ukrainian, of course, Polish farmers play into Putin's favor because they want Ukrainian grain to stay in Ukraine and prices to rise. Those words, actually, a lot of words, there were words like that Polish, let me read you exactly, because this was translated. Polish farmers are destroying Ukrainian villages and killing Ukrainian cows. Yeah, that's how you say thank you. And then let's continue with this. Since Friday, Polish farmers were protesting, okay? I believe it was before the Ukrainian farmers showed up there. About 450 trucks was waiting on Saturday in front of the crossing line in Dorohusk, if I pronounce it correctly. The line was 30 kilometers long. The queue was 30 kilometers long. Within an hour, protest led only 2 trucks to pass. Waiting time was about 20 hours. According to the statements published by the All-Ukrainian Agriculture Council, the blockade is to express the categorical disagreement of Ukrainian farmers to the actions of the Polish side, which is in violation of the EU trade rules and the decisions of the EU Commission on the resumption of transit of Ukrainians' agricultural products. So let me just put this question out into the universe, because first of all, we know this whole stuff. By the way, Moldova, I think from Moldova, they were the same protest. Here comes the noise. You see? Sorry, guys. Grass cutting now. Okay, so Moldova was doing the same. Protests on their side. But why we even talk about EU, right? If this is such a BS. Like, Ukraine is not in EU, and now they are demanding the EU rules to be respected. What is this? What is this? So you have those protests. I don't know how this will end. I think I have to change the location. Here we go again. I don't know how this will end as far as the Polish farmers situation, because they stopped protesting, which doesn't mean the issue has ended. The issue still is there. Too much stuff from Ukraine. And now the Ukrainian farmers are literally like throwing the nastiest words on Polish farmers because of Polish farmers not allowing those products to enter Poland. So this is the only news I have for you guys. It's not fun to watch this, because you could see the desperation in can hear the desperation in their voice, and you could see their frustration when they were addressing this issue publicly, because they really, I mean, honestly, guys, it looked like those people, they don't have time for this. They don't have time for protesting and going out there and doing those blockades. They are farmers. They have to be on the land, soon ready to harvest, prepare all of this for people to eat, for the citizens to have food. And now they have to, this is like 24/7 work. I'm not a farmer, I'm not a gardener even. I hope one day I will be. It's actually my dream to have my own home with a garden so I can be taking care of those things close to the nature. But the point is like this is their livelihood, this is their life, this is all they do. They work from the morning to the evening. They have to take care of those things. They don't have time to go and protest and put up with this, and then all those empty promises from the government. And now they are promising them money just to be quiet, but they will receive this money after the election. So I am feeling that this is not over really, because the real problem will be when we have harvest time, and then you have all the grain and other things, and they have no room to store it. So this is the only news I have for you today. And why is that? Well, because I woke up to another email from Amazon, everyone. Oops, sorry. Exactly, I felt like this, like I tripped over. So I received an email from Amazon this morning that the account that I had, the original account that I have opened, let me think, 4 years ago, was it? To be honest, I don't remember. The account that I was selling all of my books, including my novel, that took me 6 years to write. My first book was 44, Becoming Self. That was my novel, based on my life and my spiritual journey and my human journey through the relationships with family, with men, with jobs, with self. So that was my first book. I had 5 manuscripts. Took me 6 years to write. I went through a lot of hardship writing this book, including dealing with depression and financial problems. However, I'm so proud of myself because I've completed this book. I put it out and it was published. Then I put 3 books out. I put the last one, which it's another story. I will explain in a second, but I put Matilda and Odo's Adventures. So altogether, I had 4 books on Amazon. 3 were for children. The first one was my novel. All of them were in paperback and all of them were in ebook. I say this: why they close my account completely? Like, you cannot buy any of my books at all at this point at all. I will try to explain this to you as much as I can, and I will be very, very open, and as I always am, very real, open, honest with telling you everything, even like the numbers. So the first time they closed my account, the new one, the reason was because you were wondering what's the reason. I read you that email, the first one, when I put the latest book out. They said that that was valuation of the content or something like this. And what that meant, that is completely gone. I have no access, no royalties, even those from those books that were sold. So like, forget it. Why I actually put my latest book on a new account, the reason for it was because I have not been using Amazon for over a year and I had problems accessing it. So I opened a new account and published my latest book there. 1 second, everyone. I have to cross in a second. I will be crossing the street. So long story short, I republished my latest book on the old account, okay? If you're interested in this story, because this is quite, let's just continue. So I put my latest book on the first original account. So you had all of my books in one spot, which was ideally that's what I wanted to do. And somehow I was able to do it. I was able to access that account. And then you started to, I started to promote this again. At this moment, they sent in the email that because I had 2 accounts open, the algorithm, right? The AI, it's the AI. So because I had 2 accounts open, they closed the first account, and now they closed the original account where I had all of my books. What this means? This means that my work that I put out there for the last several years is completely gone. There are no books that you can purchase, 0. Sorry, let me just go away from the noise, because I am actually very noise sensitive. I don't know how I'm doing this here, to be honest. There are no more books that you can purchase. So to those of you who were like, yeah, I don't have kids and this, me neither, I don't have kids. We solved this problem. You don't have to worry about it because there are no more books. And what is really interesting now, let me give you the numbers first, how much I lost financially, okay? So you know. The last month, I made maybe like $49 from the sales, which would be paid in 2 months because that's how it works. The book that they removed first, I lost around $50. The one now, the latest one that you were buying, including few others, so altogether was over $500 total, right? At this point, I'm not gonna get this back. I know I could sue and fight and this, but guys, I am here now in Russia. To be honest, I don't know even how to go about it. I look at all of this and I ask myself this morning, you know, it's strange. Maybe you think like I'm not a masochist, but I felt that this is like a sign from God and there is a reason for it. And I know that normally, like the first time when they removed my book, I was reacting like I was really upset, very upset. And now I felt like really God wants me to remove me from this energy. I know it sounds strange to many of you, be like, she's crazy. But I really do. I feel there is a higher reason for this. This is showing me something, like this is something that I'm no longer a part of. And it cannot stay with me because it's not my energy, it's not who I am. And yes, I lost some money, you know, but people have bigger problems, and I know this will come back to me. I'm not gonna, you know, end my life or do crazy things just because they've done that. So it's not okay, it's not pleasant. I will have to change my entire website now, and definitely now I just need a break from all of this, but definitely I want to find a different platform and a publisher. But now to be honest, now I don't even want to think about it. I just feel like I need a break. I need to go within. I need to pray. I need to meditate. I need to think where I will be living. And that was one of my sources of income that was still bringing me some money, not a lot, but still anything counts now, right? Any dollar counts. But it is what it is. And you know, in a strange way, as crazy as it sounds, I am not really that upset. So I just wanted to tell you this. I don't even know what you're saying because I'm not gonna find a specialist copyright lawyer, Richard, what's your last name, Carlton. I'm not. I don't have energy for this. And I'm not gonna go through this. I'm by myself traveling the world trying to find a place where I will be living. And if I choose to live in a certain countries, I also have to get legal papers for this. So that's another thing that is on my mind. And you know, it is what it is. It sucks, but why would I waste more of my energy on something like this? Of course, it cost me money. Every book that I was creating with the illustrator, I spent money, I invested money, and this is in thousands of dollars. The one that I was writing for 6 years, the first one, the expenses were the cover and the editor. And you also have to always buy the ISBN number, which is the code they put on the back of the book. That's it. They remove all the books. None of them you can buy. But listen, I think the first one was removed because of, they said, because it's in, how was it? In conflict? No, what was the word? Because of the content. Was it content? Yes, something with that. And then now they justify closing my original account because of closing the new account. Like I cannot have the old account anymore because they closed the new account. If this makes sense, what I'm trying to tell you. That's it. By Amazon. 1 second, let me cross the street, and there's a little place to sit down and end this live, because that's all I have for you. And I just felt like I want to do this live, record it live, and let you know. So don't be surprised if you go and you click on my website or on the links that there is nothing to purchase, because it won't be anymore. C'est la vie, they say in France, right? I'm not gonna stress myself out over it. It's unpleasant, but it is what it is. So I think eventually I will find a publisher and some great platform to sell it, and all this money will come back multiple times. So that's it for today. Lots of love to you guys. I'm very excited for tomorrow, because finally, after a very long break, I was able to manage to have conversation with Scott Ritter. I'm looking forward to it. And that's what I focus on. I focus on the next thing to do. Thank you for watching. And I might record a video tomorrow for you if there is more news to bring you. But if not, if everything goes according to the plan and nothing changes, tomorrow I should have interview with Scott Ritter. So stay tuned for that. And that's it. One more thing I want to say, that I will be going to Russian countryside in about, how many? In about less than a week. So I decided to do it because I really want to be in a very quiet place where I don't have any distraction, and I can just contemplate and pray and make some important life decisions. So I will be probably showing you some very serene places, not busy like Moscow, a different side of Russia for a week. So 1 more week here in Moscow, then I go to the countryside, and then I will be back in Moscow, and then we go from there, because I really don't know what I will decide yet. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. I just want to say to those of you who have purchased the book, I am very, very grateful. And don't worry about it that I'm not getting any royalties, because God will give it back to me. And many other ways, you know, it's not always, the rewards are not always monetary. Sometimes it's something that you cannot put the price on. Health, peace of mind, true love, great relationship, ideas, creativity, things like that, you know. It's not only about money, right? I love, you know, many of you know Tori. I hope to talk to her soon. She's busy, but anyway. And she always talks about it, like God always provides. Many of you might have those stories, like you were on the very bottom and you didn't know how to, and I'm not on the bottom by all means. I'm so grateful I'm not. But at the same time, it's not gonna bring me down and pull me down, all this evil energy. And I'm telling you guys, if the energy is not of your own, it's not gonna stay with you. This is the same like with relationships, with people, with jobs, with projects. If something is not resonating with your frequency, it's not gonna stay with you. So Amazon is not my vibration anymore. Lots of love, everyone. I see you mañana. Tomorrow, завтра, right? Russian. Завтра. and I will enjoy this absolutely gorgeous day in Moscow. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna take a very, very long walk now and go to Gorky's Park and just look at the trees, look at the birds, look at the ducks and nature. I will visit it for the first time since winter. When I was there, it was so cold, I remember. Maybe you remember that video I recorded there with those birds who photobombed the video. Yeah, beautiful things, right? Thank you, everyone. And I see you tomorrow in 1 or 2 videos, depending how it goes. Bye, guys.